So let me tell you that I'm going to be making a scarf with our Knitcrate yarn, and this is the diamond lace, and I'm using the Knitology. This is what we got this month, and it's called, the colorway is light up, and it's 40% superwash merino wool and 30% silk and 30% alpaca. This is just beautiful, and it's a number 4 worsted yarn. It has 150 yards, and I have 2 rolls. So what we're going to do is that I'm using a size 10 knitting needles. It says size 8 to 10, but since this is a lace stitch, I'm going to be using a number 10. So let me get this out of the way so you can see. So I am using 4 stitches on each side so that so it doesn't curl. And the stitch itself is a multiple of 6 plus 3. So I have 4 repetitions here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so there's 35 in total. So let's start doing this. So I casted on 35 stitches, and I did 4 rows of seat stitch. That means knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1 on each row. So you start with knit 1 and you end with knit 1, and you do 4 rows of that. And then right after that, make believe that this is what I have here, and we'll start with row number 1. Row 1, we have 4 stitches of seat stitch on each side. So we are going to knit, purl, knit, purl, and now we're going to start with our stitch, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 knits, yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that one over. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 knits, yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that one over. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 knits, yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that one over. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 knits, yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that one over. And the last 3 stitches you're going to knit. 1, 2, 3. So here comes our 4 seat stitches, and when you finish, you're going to do purl, knit, purl, and knit. So row number 2 and all even number rows, you're going to do your seat stitch, knit, purl, knit, purl, and then purl all these stitches that belong to the diamond lace stitch. So we purl all these, and this is going to be all even number rows: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So there we go. This is going to be a very pretty scarf. Anna is the one that gave me the idea to do a stitch, and then the rest of this scarf just choose like a nice design, a simple one, and then at the end do the stitch again. So now we're going to do the seat stitch at the end. So we purl, knit, purl, and knit. Okay, row number 3. We have our 4 stitches of seat stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now at the beginning of the stitch we are going to knit 2 stitches, and this is where the repetition starts. You're going to knit 2 stitches together, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, slide, oops, let's get this one well, knit, and pass that one over, and knit 1. So let's do the repetition again. We're going to knit it together, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that one over, knit 1. Again, knit it together, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, slide, knit, pass that one over, and knit 1. So again, knit it together, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, slide, knit, pass that one over, and knit 1. So at the end you're going to knit 1, and now we do our seat stitch, purl, knit, purl, knit, and then row number 4 is going to be the same as row number 2. Row number 5, I did knit, purl, a seat stitch at the beginning, and this is what this stitch is about. You are going to knit 1, knit 2 stitches together, and yarn over, and this is where the repetition starts. You knit 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, slide 1, knit 2 stitches together, and pass the slit stitch over that last one, and yarn over. Let's do that again. We're going to knit 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, slide 1, knit 2 stitches together, and pass that one over, and yarn over, and then 1, 2, 3, yarn over, slide 1, knit those 2 stitches together, pass that one over, and yarn over. Again, 1, 2, 3 knits, yarn over, slide 1, and this time we're only going to knit 1. This is the end of the row, so we only knit 1 at the end, pass that one over, and knit 1. And now the last 4, which is our seat stitch edge, we purl, knit, purl, and knit. So now row number 6 is the same as row number 2 and number 4. Row number 7, we're going to knit or seat stitch, knit, purl, knit, purl, and now we start our stitch here. We're going to knit 3 at the beginning, 1, 2, and 3. Now this is the repetition. Yarn over, slide 1, knit these 2 stitches together and pass the slip stitch over, yarn over, and knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. So let's do that again. Yarn over, slide 1, knit these 2 stitches together, pass that one over, yarn over, and knit 3. 1, 2, 3. So again, yarn over, slide 1, knit those 2 stitches together and pass that one over, yarn over, and knit 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, yarn over, slide 1, knit those 2 stitches together, pass that one over, yarn over, and knit 3. 1, 2, 3. And so now we're going to do our seat stitch at the end. Purl, knit, purl, knit, and then row number 8 is the same as row number 2. Okay, so row 9 is the same as row number 1. So we do our edge stitches, seat stitch, so knit, purl, and this is how we start our row. 1, 2, 3, 4 knits, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, and pass over. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, and pass over. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, and pass over. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, and pass that one over. And then the last 3 you knit 1, 2, 3, and then we do our edge seat stitch, purl, knit, purl, knit. And row number 10 is the same as row number 2 and all even number rows. Row number 11, we're going to do our seat stitch, knit, purl, knit, purl, and this is where this stitch starts. So at the beginning we're going to knit 1, and this is where the repetition starts, and we're going to do a yarn over, slide, knit, and pass over, and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. Yarn over, slide, knit, and pass over, and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, pass over, and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, and pass over, and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on the last 2 stitches, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, and pass that one over. And now we do our side stitches, which is purl, knit, purl, and knit, and then row number 12 is the same as number 2 and all even number rows. Row number 13, I did knit, purl for my edge, and now I'm going to do knit 2, and this is where the repetition starts. Yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, and pass that one over, knit 1, knit these 2 stitches together, yarn over, and knit 1. Okay, that's one repetition, and on this one you need to put a little bit more attention, but it's really easy. So yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that stitch over, knit 1, knit these 2 stitches together, yarn over, and knit 1. Again, yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that stitch over, knit 1, knit 2 stitches together, yarn over, and knit 1. Again, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, and pass that one over, knit 1, knit those 2 stitches together, yarn over, knit 1, and the last one you knit. And now we do our edge stitch, the seat stitch, purl, knit, purl, knit, and then row number 14 is the same as row number 2. Row number 15 is the same as row number 7. So we do knit, purl, and we start by, this is the beginning of the row, 1, 2, 3, and then the repetition is yarn over, slide 1, oops, let's see, slide 1, knit these 2 stitches together and pass that one over, yarn over, and knit 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's do the repetition again. Yarn over, slide 1, knit those 2 stitches together, pass that one over, yarn over, and knit 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, yarn over, slide 1, knit those 2 stitches together, pass that one over, yarn over, and knit 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, slide 1, knit those 2 stitches together. Let me fix this yarn because it looks funny. Knit those 2 stitches together, pass that one over, yarn over, and knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the edge stitches is my seat stitch, purl, knit, purl, and knit. And so row number 16 is the same as row number 2 and only even number rows. Row number 17 is the same as row number 5. So this is what we're going to do. We do our edge stitches, knit, purl, knit, purl, and then we start with knit 1. We knit 2 stitches together and yarn over, and this is where the repetition starts. Knit 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, slide 1, knit 2 stitches together and pass that one over and yarn over. So let's do that again. We're going to knit 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, slide 1, knit 2 stitches together and pass that one over, yarn over, and let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, yarn over, slide 1, knit those 2 stitches together and pass that one over and yarn over. And then the 6 last stitches, that's 2, 4, 6, you're going to knit 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, and then slide 1, knit 1 and pass that one over, and then knit 1. Now the last 4, we purl, knit, purl, knit, and row number 18 is the same as row number 2. So row number 19 is the same as row number 11. So I did knit, purl for my edge, and this is where the stitch starts. You need to knit 1, and this is the repetition. Yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that stitch over and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that one over and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1 and pass that one over and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, yarn over, slide 1, knit 1, pass that one over and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last 2 stitches, you yarn over, slide, knit, and pass that one over. So last on my edge is purl, knit, purl, and knit. And then row number 20 is the same as all the even number rows. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so what I did here is that I repeated the diamond lace pattern twice. So the lace pattern is 20 rows and I have 40 here. And now after that, I don't want the whole scarf with the lace pattern. I just want to go straight. And so I have my edge stitch, knit, purl. And now I'm going to knit 3, yarn over, slide those 2 stitches knitwise, knit the next one, and pass those 2 stitches over the last one, and now yarn over, knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and again yarn over, slide 2 stitches to your right hand needle, knit 1 and pass those 2 stitches over, yarn over, knit 3, 1, 2, 3, again yarn over, slide those 2 stitches to your right hand needle, knit the next one and pass those 2 stitches over the last one, and yarn over, and knit 3, and again yarn over, pass those 2 stitches to your right hand needle, knit 1, pass those 2 stitches over, yarn over, and knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and then at the edge or seat stitch, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, and then on the way back is the same as every other even number rows, knit, purl, knit, purl, and then purl the whole row, and you're going to repeat these 2 rows throughout until the length you want your scarf to be, because on the other side at the end we're going to do the diamond lace stitch again. So, but we're going to start differently so we can end the same. So we're going to purl this whole thing, and then at the end we're going to do our 4 stitches of seat stitch. This is going to be very pretty. This yarn is very pretty. It has a very nice sheen. Okay, so here we are. We do purl, knit, purl, knit. So you repeat those 2 rows, and then I will see you when I have a lot made. Okay, so let me tell you what I have here. Once I see, this is where I finished my first ball of yarn, and I had 2. So I need to measure how much is half, and so like that I know how much I have left for the other part. This is how much I have left. So you need to calculate that. And once in this case, I knitted from the beginning all the way to this place for 60 inches. So once I have it to there, I am going to start from there to here and knit rows 11 to 20, and then 1 to 10, and then again from 11 to 20, and then again from 1 to 10, because you want it to look the same, see? So that's why I did it that way, and I have it written in the instructions, so no problem. Once I do that, I knitted 4 rows of seat stitch, and then I'm binding off on the 4th row in pattern. And knitting in pattern means that you're going to knit according to what the stitch shows. So I am going to knit 1 and purl 1, and then this one goes over, and the next one should be a knit, so I pass that one over. The next one should be a purl, And so I pass that one over. And like that, this one is, see, it's a purl here, therefore now I need to knit and pass that one over. And now that's a knit, therefore I want to purl because I'm doing the seat stitch. And so once you have that done, you need to block these two parts. So I'm going to lay them flat on a towel, and I'm wetting it with spray and letting it dry flat. So like that I can have these two pieces that are flat, but I'm keeping this like that because I like it. It looks warm and it goes around my neck nicely. So thank you very much for watching, and please share us with your friends and like our page and subscribe. And I will see you on our next project.